Alright, so this is project number 1 today because I really need a working surface. I don't like crawling around on my belly trying to square stuff up and weld it. And this is project number 2. The axle's here. Hopefully we got all the hardware we needed with the axle because that box was damaged pretty bad once FedEx left it. But I'd like to get the bracing built for the spring mounts on the livestock trailer. I'd like to get that bracing or the brackets and stuff put on there and get the spring pads welded to the axle and get it all on the trailer and hubs and everything mounted. And then I'll pick up some tires when I've got time. But it's gonna be my 4x8 by 1/4 inch thick welding table. Oh, and this is gonna be the legs. I saved them off of an old computer desk or something like 4 or 5 years ago, and the whole idea was for me to build a welding table, and they made it through the move and they got here with me, and I got some casters today at Atwood's. I'm gonna cut and grind these off and mount those casters. I'm hoping I might have to weld a little piece of angle or something to give those legs a little more room on the caster so they don't bend or something, because I think the top of the caster is like 3x3 or 4x4. Here comes Mabel. She always wants to get right in the middle of it. You Mabel, you ready to have puppies? She's pretty pregnant, as you might can tell. She's ready to pop in about 4 or 5 days. She should be. She likes having puppies though. She don't mind it one bit. Well, we'll get started. this little cheap vise to the corner of my welding table for now. It's not going to be permanent, I hope. Hopefully eventually I'll have a lot nicer vise, and I'm going to build a detachable mount so that if I ever need the entire workspace, it's not in my way. It's got 3 holes for mounting it. I just sort of went off memory because I used to have this mounted to a plywood table. But so I picked up some 5/16 bolts. So I'm going to drill it out with the next size up from 5/16 so that they just slip through there. And I picked up this this center punch from Harbor Freight for like $5. They're pretty handy. Instead of trying to draw a mark with a Sharpie, you just center it up and you press it till it clicks. You do it a couple times to get it nice and visible. This is so that you, when you go to drill your marks, you hit them. You may have to recenter this. Alright, once you got those marks on there, you don't want a little bit of oil so you don't tear up your drill bits. I think I got these bits at Fastenal one time, and I overpaid a lot for them because I've honestly had a lot cheaper bits that perform better. That's 3 holes. I guess they did all right. I don't know if you can see that detail, but there's quite a few long ribbons in there, and that's actually what you're looking for, is those long ribbons like that. If you're getting long ribbons, it means you're cutting at the right speed and that your bit's doing good. The chips and stuff, they're an indication that you're cutting too fast or too slow. See if my holes line up. They line up. Right, and I'm going to make short work of this. I got my 3/8 inch driver. Make sure this is tight. I don't have any lock washers. I was in a hurry on the way home, so I stopped at Advanced Auto. And they're a little ridiculous on hardware, so I didn't feel like spending $4 on lock washers, so I'll just cinch this down pretty tight. I doubt we have any issues. And that's how you mount a vise to a table. Pretty simple. Wish I'd have had this table set up whenever I went through my SDI gunsmithing school. I'll be using this whenever I fabricate the brackets for the spring hangers on the trailer.